So, what's missing? That which would make a real difference in what you're doing with your life. Hey, everybody, Chef Katrina here, and welcome to Chef's Table. So, as you know, fork session. So, this is all about feeding you and feeding others, right? So, one of the things that I really struggled with when I first left the world of Disney was transitioning from being an entrepreneur or transitioning from being an employee to an entrepreneur. And what I mean by this is that when we are working for somebody else, when we're working in a corporate position, when we have a job, when we are in that environment, we don't necessarily recognize that we ask permission for a lot of things that we do in our lives, right? We ask permission about, taking days off. We ask permission for going to the bathroom, when to take our lunch. We ask permission for a lot of things. And if we're not asking permission for that, we are given a time slot, right? Show up at this time, your break is at this time, you're going to leave at this time, right? So there's a regiment that's created when we are working for another person, right? That's the beauty of it, is that we do have kind of like hey, I got to clock in at this time, clock out at this time. And there's a beauty in that, actually. There's a beauty in that because when we transition to the world of entrepreneurship, and maybe we leave our corporate job and we transition into the world of being an entrepreneur, that same regiment isn't there. And because it isn't there, it feels really strange for many of us to transition from having to ask permission and getting approval from our peers to do something to being an entrepreneur, where this world is a little different. We are at the effect of our own curiosity. We are at the effect of our own desire to do something and figure it out, right? The moving from, hey, is this okay? Am I doing this right? We're always asking permission around this when we have a job. I did all the time as a chef. I'm like, hey, does this taste good? Hey, can I try this new menu item? Can I go do this? Like, there's a lot of permission based asked inside of that. And I never wanted to let down my boss. Right. I never wanted to let down my employees. I always had a sense of that I had to always be on my A game. So when I transitioned into this world of entrepreneurship, and I remember this so vividly, and for some of you that are in your job working right now that are transitioning, or for those that are transitioning into entrepreneurship, this world is all about you being curious. It's not about asking permission now. It's about doing and then figuring it out later. Right? It's more about jumping into the fire before you've got the answers, and wading through it and figuring it out and struggling through the process. Right? And I know that's totally opposite of everything we've been taught in school. We go through multiple years of schooling and we're told to not be curious, right? The curious kid always gets in trouble. So we're told not to be that. But the world of entrepreneurship is us being curious. It's us, like myself, going, all right, so I'm running this Pinterest ad and that didn't work. So what might I do differently? What can I test next? What is it that I'm going to do in the next piece of it, right? So it's a curiosity around why it didn't work, right? But I can't ask permission from anybody. It's like, well, so do you think I should run a Pinterest ad? Well, there's nobody to ask. There's nobody in my environment as a solo entrepreneur in which to ask that question, right? You are responsible for your actions, and you're responsible for what you do and what you don't do, right? The transition from asking permission and just doing is usually the hardest bridge to cross over when becoming an entrepreneur, because we want everyone's approval. We want everybody to tell us that we're doing okay. We want that pat on the back or good boy or, you've got this kind of a thing. But that's what makes solo entrepreneurship so isolated, is because we might be coming from a background of that, and all of a sudden you don't have it. You don't have somebody looking over your shoulder. You don't have somebody cheering you on. You don't have somebody that maybe understands what you're trying to do. And that can be very isolating. It can be very lonely. It can make this journey as an entrepreneur seem really kind of a little daunting, if not a little scary, because you're doing something that you're asking of yourself to trust yourself. You're asking yourself to say, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to go figure it out, right? But the other part of this that we don't often take into effect is that we don't share what we're trying to figure out, or at least I don't. Let's just be honest. I didn't share what I was trying to figure out in the very beginning. I was very kind of stingy around what I was sharing because I didn't want to look bad, right? I didn't want to say, hey, I'm struggling in the beginning of this, trying to figure it all out. I didn't want to tell my coworkers and my, people at the Disney where I worked. I mean, I was a leader there. Now all of a sudden I feel like I'm back in the, bottom level of trying to figure this out. I was like, I went from a level of prestige to a level of I'm just nobody on the internet, right? Trying to make this work, figuring it out, getting as many courses as I could, reaching out to mentors, following everybody. And really what began to shift for me was finding a tribe. What really shifted for me was finding a tribe that aligned with what I wanted to do with my business. I'll be honest. And the first tribe that I stumbled across was one for digital marketing. It was teaching affiliate marketing. So it was teaching you how to become an affiliate marketer, how to build your business and brand online. And that was the first tribe that I got around, right? That community, when I purchased that product, I walked right in and I had no clue what I was doing, but I wasn't the only one. And I saw a lot of questions that were getting asked in the community. And I applaud those that ask those questions because there's a curiosity for them, right? There is a sense of wanting to know how to better or figure this out or what they need to do. So those that were asking questions, what it did for me is it had me want to go and find the answer for them. That's the problem solver in me. That's part of, I guess, my chef background is I'm always looking to solve the problem or figure it out for them. I'm a puzzle solver, I guess you could say, right? I love now teaching people how to connect those pieces because that was one of my biggest frustrations in becoming an online marketer was that there were so many pieces to this puzzle, right? There was like, do you need a blog? Do you not need a blog? Do you have to have a website? Not need a website? Do I need to be doing Facebook? I mean, there were so many contradictions. Marketers are fantastic at this, by the way. There was contradictions to everything, right? So it was like trying to figure out what was the best path for you. So I discovered that being part of a tribe solved my biggest problem. And that was feeling isolated, right? So when you don't know what you don't know, you're looking for, what's missing, that which would make a real difference in my business. And for me, that was joining a tribe. It was simple as that. Was finding my group, my people. And you're going to find them at different places. Now, I will tell you, at some point, the tribe that I first joined, I did outgrow. I got to a point where I was mastering the basics of what I was being taught, and it was time to find a new tribe. It was time to find a new mentor. It was time to find a new path to walk down. Not that I'm extremely grateful for my first tribe, but as an entrepreneur and as a leader, you're going to grow through your tribes, right? You're going to grow as individuals. And what I discovered, and this is something that I'm learning now, is that I want to be part of a tribe in which I can grow with, right? I want to be a part of a tribe that nurtures the entrepreneurial spirit, that is, leading me down a path which pushes me to develop my leadership. And I found that. I actually did find this group, and I love it because no matter where you are in your entrepreneurial journey, this tribe could be a good fit for you. And I don't know, you have to make that decision for yourself. I'm not going to make the decision for you. But what I love about this community of entrepreneurs is that being surrounded by those that are in different industries, like in the nonprofit industry, those that are in the real estate industry, those that are in brick and mortar industry, those that are network marketers, those that are digital marketers, those that are coaches, those that are mentors, being surrounded by them in a community where we're all welcomed and we're all learning from each other really creates a faster growth in your leadership. Because when you're around entrepreneurs, it's all about the action. It's not just about learning the tactic or the technique. It's about how are you putting this into action? Let me show you a quicker, simpler, easier way, right? And the fact that you can get into a community like this that continues to push you and developing you in your leadership. See, leadership doesn't come naturally for most of us. And it's very uncomfortable for those of us as leaders, right? Because we're always pushed to grow and build and be a better version of ourselves. So that is the journey in which you're at, is that you want to be surrounded by entrepreneurs. That's why masterminds are so powerful. If you guys have ever heard, there's like $20,000 masterminds, $50,000 masterminds, $100,000 masterminds, and people are willing to pay this to get that exclusivity to other people, to be able to be surrounded by other entrepreneurs that pull them up, that give them something to aspire to, that they feel that they can just reach out to and have a conversation with, right? So when you're looking at what's missing, that which would make a difference in your business, I would probably say that the biggest thing that can make the difference for your business is being surrounded by entrepreneurs that want to lift you up, that want to take you from where you are and get you to that next level. Entrepreneurs in general want other entrepreneurs to succeed. We know we're the backbone and the heartbeat of business. That's why we cheer on small business owners. That's why we have days out of the year that are set aside that are like support your small businesses, right? We're even in that right now. We're saying, hey, go support your local business. Go support the mom and pop shop, because we know that supporting them is the thriving economy of which we are going to move forward with, right? You take care of your local people, you take care of the people that mean the most to you, you feed the families in your community, you will continue to grow. They will continue to grow. And a prime example of this actually is there's a gentleman who owns the coffee shop Because Coffee, amazing coffee shop here in the area. And he is phenomenal at connecting small business owners. Phenomenal. Like, he just wants to connect people so that we all succeed. And that's what you want to be a part of. Those are the tribes that you want to be a part of. And I do have a tribe, like I said, that I can recommend for you that really truly lives in the heartbeat of an entrepreneur. So it doesn't matter what business you're in, right? We welcome you as an entrepreneur because we want to learn from you. We want to learn what you've done to build your business. We want to learn what had you get started in business. We want to help you everywhere along that journey. And I think that's really unique when you find a group like this. And it's actually, we're getting a lot of top leaders and entrepreneurs that are looking at us going, how are you doing this? How are you bringing together such a diverse group of individuals, of entrepreneurs? And the fact that they stick together, they're tribing together, they're thriving from all over the world. How are you doing this? And the magic is in the leadership. The magic is in being part of this tribe. And the magic is that we bring in entrepreneurs that truly want to succeed in their business and are sticking with it no matter what. They have a can-do attitude, and it's all about serving other entrepreneurs. And when you get into a group that just continues to serve and pour into people and love on people and encourage entrepreneurship and encourage the journey that we're on, because this isn't easy, it's like, gosh, it's like this place in you that you begin to grow. So I'm ecstatic to be part of this community, this tribe, and I'm hoping, praying that I never outgrow them, because I can see myself, in this group just continue to rise up. So if you want to know how to become part of this entrepreneurial community, just drop the word tribe. If you drop the word tribe, I'll share with you what it would look like for you to become part of this community, because it is an invite only. It is for you to have a conversation with me to find out if this is the right fit for you, because I don't know that answer either. But if you want to be part of a tribe, if you want to be part of a tribe of entrepreneurs that is here to support, love, care on you, and give you tools that can help you build your business, right? They can help you learn about, how to incentivize, how to generate leads, how to expand and grow and scale what you love to do, and help you create a laptop lifestyle that you want. This might be the tribe for you, but I don't know. So all I can do is drop the word tribe down below somewhere. I'll reach out to you and we'll see if this is a good fit for you. But I will promise you this, in that call, I'm just going to sit there and listen. I just want to know what's best for you. And I might tell you this is good for you, and I might say this is not the right fit for you, because I want you to find your tribe. And I want you to be supported in the best way possible on your entrepreneurial journey. So with that, I hope you have an incredible day. I hope you continue to feed yourself. I hope you continue to be curious about your business. I hope you continue to take large leaps of faith and believe in yourself that you're capable of accomplishing whatever you set your mind to. This journey has been an incredible journey. For the last 14 years, I've been studying. For the last 7, I've been in the works, in the trenches, learning how to build this business. And I am so excited that I chose this journey 7 years ago, because it's truly given me freedom. And being part of this community that I'm in, this entrepreneurial community, this tribe of amazing entrepreneurs, really has inspired me again on the journey that I'm on. So with that, I hope you guys all have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for joining me here at the Chef's Table. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow at the next Chef's Table, 8:30 in the morning. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, everyone.